Good morning, Malacañang Press Corps. Kasama na natin si Chief Presidential Legal Counsel at Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo.
Good afternoon, good morning. Good morning, MPC. First, we would like to reiterate our sympathies and condolences to the family of the late Gino Lopez, who was not only a good friend of ours, but a colleague in the cabinet. We're going to miss her. She was the epitome of grace, even under fire, during her confirmation proceeding. She impressed me, particularly for having a good heart, a generous heart, always thinking of the upliftment of the poor, improving their status in life. She had indefatigable spirit. And on top of that, she was a fierce protector of the environment. And she didn't stop. Even if she didn't get the confirmation of being the Secretary of DNR, she pursued her advocacy to the limits until the life beyond has called her to join it. I am ready for your questions.
MPC, question? Wala? Wala na kayong tanong?
Thank you.
Sigurado na kayo. Sino na? Joseph, ikaw na mauna.
Sir, our favorite topic.
Oh, bago ka na namang hairdo ah. Every week iba.
You know, when you're bored. Sir, China again. Very strong
Your
statements.
favorite topic.
As all Filipinos should. China, sir. May mga strong statements recently si SND, no? First on the passage of warships sa Cebu, naiinis na daw yung defense.
Which is a legitimate concern. If that incident is repeatedly done, certainly I can understand the position of the Secretary of National Defense.
And given that sentiment, what are we in the palace going to do?
Well, as we repeatedly said, the Office of the President will let the departments concerned take care of those issues. So we will let Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin handle it.
Sir, yun bang sentiment ni Secretary Lorenzana and yung sa defense establishment natin, yan din ba yung position ni Presidente?
Well, what particular?
For example, we don't like the Chinese going through Cebu without asking for permission, meaning it is an issue for us.
Well, it is an issue because
for the President also.
it is an issue with the Office of the President, given that we need to be informed in advance of any passage on our territory.
Because
Because that is what the UNCLOS says.
and is it a sign of respect if they do?
Well, let's ask them if that is a sign of friendship.
Sir, may talking points na po for China. I understand may mga nasabihan na ng mga secretaries na
No, I was talking with the president, and he told me yesterday that he will raise the issue of the arbitral ruling, he will raise the issue of the code of conduct, and then he will pursue the joint exploration.
ito pong bagong mga passage sa Cebu in terms of level of importance, do you think to the President, importanteng issue ba to, sir?
Eh, lahat naman ng issue kay
So he
Presidente
will bring it up.
concerning the Philippines, security. Basta sa Pilipinas palaging interesado si Presidente.
Okay, yun muna, sir. Sana.
Follow-up, Ina Andolong.
Sir, were you able to meet with the Chinese ambassador already about this? As
No,
you
na-reset
mentioned,
kasi busy, maraming events daw. Kaya after the visit na lang daw.
can you share with us, sir, again, yung details nung reported, yung na-report po over the weekend of his text message to you? Can you explain to us the context?
Yeah,
kung paano
well,
nangyari?
that was a response of Ambassador Sao to Secretary Lorenzana. He asked me to share it with him.
May we know, sir, what response you gave the ambassador when he sent that to you? Or talagang i-relay mo lang?
Sinabi ko lang, yes, I will. Kung po pwedeng i-forward.
But as far as the palace is concerned, what do you think about what he said? That OFWs in China, paano kung sabihin din nila na spies?
The Office of the President shares the sentiment of Secretary Lorenzana and Secretary Pernia when they said that the OFW went to China for the purpose of work. Moreover, there is no place where they converge to work. Another thing, the President said that with respect to the proximity, the President said any foreign national working here group need not be near the military camps in order to get intelligence. Because considering the high tech, even if you're 1,000 miles away, they can spy on us if they want. Moreover, the President said countries do spy on each other. That's, I think, SOP for all countries. And I share the sentiment of Secretary Esperon when he said, what is important is we know where they are. But the
So-
concern raised by Secretary Lorenzana is legitimate.
The concern raised is legitimate, but then as you
Yeah,
mentioned...
because according
also-
to him, although it's not a serious concern, there is a potential.
But
threat.
what you're saying is that as far as the president is concerned, hindi masyado issue kung malapit sila doon
Yes,
sa
because according to him,
bases.
okay ang ating capabilities sa intelligence information. Tayo. Kaya hindi siya nag-worry doon.
The president is not worried about having foreign nationals located near our bases.
He is
that
not
right?
worried because we have the intelligence capability of knowing what they are doing. Yeah, we have that capability nga sabi ni Presidente.
And as far as allegations regarding Chinese workers here, possibly here to spy, what does the president say about that? Is that
Eh sabi ni Presidente, you don't even have to be near. Kasi nga, even if you're 1,000 miles away, pwede tayong espayan nila. High-tech na sila eh. Di ba? Marami silang satellite. Alam nila kung...
and we know what they're doing? Is that what the
Eh,
president is saying?
alam mo, sabi ni Presidente, kung nandito sila sa Pilipinas, alam din natin kung paano malaman kung anong ginagawa nila.
Okay.
Dahil kumpleto na rin tayo sa intelligence gathering.
Thank you, sir.
Maricel.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Sir, just a clarification. Yung text message po sa inyo ni Ambassador Zhao, is it a warning coming from the Chinese
No,
government?
I think that was just parang dating sa akin parang sentimiento niya lang. Pero yung sentiment niya naman will not apply.
What do you mean?
Gaya nga ng paliwanag ni Secretary Lorenzana, Secretary Peña, wala naman lugar yung overseas workers. Kalat naman siya sa buong Hong Kong and China, di ba? Unlike yung concern ni Secretary Lorenzana, isang lugar lang at malapit sa kampo. So it does not apply.
But because of the text message, sir, when you read it, I think last Saturday, Senator Ping Lacson doesn't like the idea of you reading the
Oy,
text
bakit
message.
naman? Bakit naman? Ano ba? It is the duty of the office of the presidential spokesperson to share any information relative to any concern affecting the Filipinos abroad or here. Trabaho natin yun. Kailangan malaman nila. Kasi parang yung opinion, yung posisyon ng China doon, through the ambassador, parang pagdududahan din yung ating Chinese, or rather Filipino workers abroad. Di ba? Dapat malalaman ng nating lahat kung anong posisyon doon. And to tell them na malabo yung posisyon niya.
Meaning kasi sinasabi niya, sir, you're not the spokesperson of Chinese embassy, so let them tell their statement.
Kaya nga sinabihan na nga atin yung posisyon. Precisely, I'm already sharing the position that they gave us. So what's wrong with that?
Thank you, sir.
May follow-up question? Sige, Joseph.
Pa-soundbite lang. Ano nga po yung text ni Ambassador Shao sa inyo? Exactly, yung quote, yung text.
Well, what I remember is, what if we also think of your workers spying on us? Parang gano'n, yun ang brief.
And then, Ambassador Shao, for clarification, asked you to forward the same message to
Yes.
SND.
Di ba sinagot naman ni
SND.
Secretary Lorenzana?
Okay, yun na, sir.
Okay. Other issue? Oh, sige. Ina.
Pero Sek, kayo, hindi nyo sinagot yung sinabi niya.
Hindi naman address sa akin. Ipasa ko daw kay ano eh.
Even if you saw his concern,
Yeah, but
accusing our
when the
OFWs
reporter
of
asked
possibly being spied.
my opinion on the matter, I said it.
Okay.
I remember, lumabas yata yan nung Sabado. Oh, yung
Thank you, sir.
when I was asked about it. Sino ba nandun nun? Sa Chinese Federation? Filipino-Chinese Federation. Si Christina nandun eh. Pero kayo wala. Parang si Christina lang nakita. Maralit lang nandun. Hindi ko nakita siya doon.
Other issue? RJ.
So why would not the palace comment about it since a concern from the
Nag-comment
Chinese?
na nga ako. Ano ba man tawag mo doon? Precisely, I made a comment eh. Last Saturday. Nag-comment nga ako doon eh.
What was your comment,
My
sir?
comment was, it will not apply to us. Kasi nga, iba naman ng workers, wala namang ganong, kagaya ng POGO. Moreover, parang nabanggit ko pa na baka masyado tayong security conscious.
Bakit sa'yo daw pinadaan, sir? Bakit hindi dinala sa kay Secretary Lorenzana?
Ay, bakit hindi mo tanongin kay Ambassador? Ba't naman ako tinatanong mo? hindi ko alam.
Okay. Other issue na? Follow-up? Rosalie Cos.
Sir, since the President is not worried, pero si Secretary Lorenzana po ay nagpahayag ng concern sa construction ng mga POGO hubs near military camps. So, ano po ang mangyayari? Tuloy pa rin ang pagtatayo ng mga POGO hubs near vital installations and military
Ay,
camps?
siguro during the cabinet meeting, ipipresent ni Secretary Lorenzana. Hindi pag-uusapan sa cabinet.
Secretary Lorenzana also made a statement saying that it is not the duty of the soldiers na bantayan po yung mga POGO workers. So, kasi na banggit nyo po nung nakalipas po na interview na mas mainam nga kung malapit sa military camps dahil mapoproteksyonan yung mga POGO workers. So, ano pong stand nyo dun, sir?
No. What do you mean?
It's not the duty of the military to magbantay o proteksyonan yun pong mga POGO workers.
Ang duty ng military is to gather intelligence, information against any threat against the state. Di ba?
So, kabilang po yung mga POGO workers na po pwedeng pagkuhanan ng intel ng mga soldiers if ever may makitang threat.
Hindi ko maintindihan tanong mo eh. Ano yan? Paano?
Kasi sir, you made a statement last week saying that it is better if the POGO hubs will be constructed near military camps dahil mas mapoproteksyonan
That's also the
po
position
sila.
of the security advisor. Kasi sabi niya, mas mabuting alam natin kung nasaan sila kaysa hindi natin alam kung nasaan sila.
Okay. Other issue na? Okay. Joseph.
Sir, si Secretary Locsin has ordered again a filing of diplomatic protest because of the passage. No, if I may quote, sabi niya, fire diplomatic protest over Chinese warship, drop the diplomatic rap, say it's our spirit. They're trespassing. Do you agree? Of course. Na yung ginagawa nila sa Cebu to trespassing.
Kung ano sinabi gano'n sinabi ko, whatever the Secretary of Foreign Affairs does with respect to any issue concerning China, unless the President makes a different policy statement, that is the policy of the Office of the President.
Sir, what outcome are we expecting from all these diplomatic protests?
Well,
What response?
we
do
are
need
going
China?
to wait for the response or explanation, whatever.
So far, may response na po ba?
Wala pa akong
In
alam
the previous-
kay Secretary Locsin. I haven't heard from him.
Okay.
Other issue. Okay na tayo? FCC? Okay. Joseph.
Because the president is going to China, no? Sir, yung pong some of the Chinese projects, connection ng COA, yung sa Kaliwa, for example. Now, the contract has already been awarded to China Energy Engineering Corporation, but the COA questioned the bidding process, meaning it was like parang medyo moro-moro lang na bidding process just to comply with what is said in the law. Sabi niya, yung dalawang nag-bid parang chika lang. Parang pinabid lang for the sake of having three bidders. So, your comments, sir, on the report, potentially...
We have not received officially a report on that matter.
And you'd like to look into the contract?
Siyempre,
or,
we will have to look at the report of the COA and then look at the contract.
and if it is parang hindi siya valid na bidding process, we're okay with maybe suspending the contract or what?
We'll let the president decide on that.
Okay. No more MPC? No more question? Okay. O sige, Joseph ulit.
Nag-checklist ako eh. Sir, kay Cardema, soundbite lang. Cardema, you're a friend.
Well, the case between Mr. Kadema and Commissioner Guanzon, I think it's between the two of them. Moreover, the president respects the independence of any constitutional body. So, the president will never, has not, and will not interfere on any function of the commission as well as other constitutional bodies.
Sir, parang over the weekend, parang nagpapahingi ng saklolo to si Cardema kay Presidente, parang nagsusumbong kay PRD na because of the conflict.
Well, if
nila.
Mr. Cardema has the goods on anyone, then he should file the appropriate charges.
So sir, tingin mo hindi makikilam si PRD sa...
He doesn't ever since this is a policy of the president.
Does he care about this whole thing?
The president, as president, will enforce the laws. Now, anyone who feels that a law has been violated is free to file appropriate charges against whomsoever and let the law take its course.
Enforce the law. So for example, sir, yung issue sa age niya and then compliance with the requirements of the party list. If it's
That's for
proven-
the commission to decide because that is the jurisdiction of the Commission on Elections.
So kung halimbawa, sir, adverse yung decision ng ANBank,
We always respect whatever decisions of the independent departments or branches of the government. We never go against it. The office of the president makes sure of that.
Okay.
Okay, no more questions? Pia.
Sir, pahabol lang. If the case of Mr. Cardema does not work out in the COMELEC, ibig sabihin, hindi na siya maging party list representative, is the president still interested in getting Mr. Cardema back to the cabinet?
In the first place, nobody's said that the president is interested on any person being a member of Congress. Never naman na, from the very start, palaging, di ba, si President, hands-off policy niya pagdating sa eleksyon ng mga members of Congress.
What about the possibility of reappointing Mr. Cardema to the cabinet, sir?
That's with the president.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nestor, and then Raymond.
Secretary, I would just like to get your comment. On Sunday, Cambodia said it's banning online gambling following the rise of Chinese-run casinos in the country, citing that it is a threat to their social order. Will Malacañang or will the government follow the same, citing that we have the same condition because China is also Cambodia's closest ally and its biggest donor and investor?
Well, the difference probably is in Cambodia, gambling is illegal, while in this country it is not. That is why we have POGOs.
But are we not looking into yung, although it's legal in the Philippines, yung other implications ito, sir? Pag-aaralan ba ng
Eh,
government?
nasa security forces na natin yan.
But
Kung ano rekomendasyon ng National Security Advisor, Secretary of National Defense, that will be considered by the President.
So for now, sir, the government will not stop issuing licenses or... Ano yun? Okay. So, okay. The PAGCOR already pala, sir, stops accepting application for POGO licenses. Your comment na lang,
That
sir.
answers to your question. That answers your question.
Your reaction, sir, Malacañang.
Until the President reverses the stand of PAGCOR, that remains to be the policy. Because the President always respects heads of departments and offices to do their duty and undertaking.
Okay. Mag-last question na tayo kay Raymond. Raymond Tenasa.
Then, sir, doon po sa tinaguriang umano'y mafia sa PhilHealth. Ang sinasabi kasi ni dating spokesperson Harry Roque ay yung napangalanan noon sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing ay mga fake o hindi totoong mga mafia. At inakusahan niya na ang dapat imbestigahan ay yung board, lalo na yung dating presidente na si Roy Ferrer. Dahil yung tanggapan daw nila ay yung mga punong-puno ng anomalya. Will you do parang something like motu proprio investigation doon sa sa board na inakusahan na mafia sa PhilHealth?
Di ba dati namang mayroong ongoing investigation? Now, if Mr. Roque has goods on any official in the PCS, o ba sabi mo? PCS. PhilHealth, then he should file the appropriate charges.
And you will support that move?
We don't have to support anything. We are always
Hindi,
for the
the
rule of law.
documents.
Whatever, anybody who wants to file any case against any official, let the law takes its course. Palagi yan ang stand ng Office of the President.
And what happened to the previous investigation conducted by officer?
Wala akong report na meron ng final report submitted to the President.
Sir, there is also a call from Attorney Harry Roque to abolish yung PhilHealth and create a new agency manned by yung, sabi niya, matitinong tao, alinsunod doon sa originally planned sa Universal Healthcare Act.
I haven't,
Malawakan na daw, sobrang lalim daw yung corruption sa PhilHealth.
hindi ko alam yung sinasabi niya. Then let him file the appropriate charges. If he wants it abolished, then address it to Congress.
Thank you.
Okay. Maricel?
Sir, I understand you already mentioned na yung pag-accept ng gifts ng mga government employees and ng PNP should be of nominal
Yes.
value. But then, I think may statement si Commissioner Greco Belhica saying na 100,000 pesos is okay, yung amount to accept because it can be perceived as small amount.
Hindi, iba naman yung
insignificant
nabasa ko
amount.
yun. Sinasabi niya kung may nagsoli ng 1 million. Yung kanya particular incident yun eh. Kung may nagsoli ng 1 million na isang janitor halimbawa o isang guard na empleyado ng gobyerno at binigyan ng 100,000, sa kanya okay yun. Kasi reward eh.
So, yun nga sir, just to be categorical about it. Is
Hindi, basta kami,
100,000.
palaging kung ano yung sinasabi ng batas, yun na yun. And then, what a nominal or insignificant value is, that will depend on the courts. Kasi pag nag-file ka, the court will decide whether insignificant or nominal yung tinanggap mo. Hindi.
Thank you, sir.
Last ka na, Raymond. Ay, sorry, Pia.
Pero ang pinag-usapan dito yung sa sinabi ng Pangulo o sa mga pulis. Ibang usapan naman siguro sa pag-gratuity or pasasalamat doon sa janitor or janitress na nagsauli ng 1 million. Pero ang issue dito ay yung pulis. So okay lang ba sa pulis na tatanggap ng 100,000?
The President was referring to the exception to the law.
So it's okay, yung 100,000 sa mga pulis. As a Thanksgiving.
Hindi. Hindi na, 100,000, hindi naman nominal value yun.
Kung sa mga pulis at sa mga sundalo.
Hindi, yung 100,000 specific incident yung sinabi nung Mr. Bellica. Hindi naman sa lahat ng bagay.
So you maintain na...
Saka para sa kanya, okay yon. Pero gaya ng sinabi ko, ang hukuman pa rin ang final say kung ano ba yung regalo mo, significant o nominal.
Yung sinabi niyo dati, sir, na parang okay lang pag yung manok. Paano pag araw-araw na manok? Yung, hindi ba parang palaki naman?
Hindi, huwag na natin palakin. Basta importante nun, nominal, alam na natin kung anong nominal. Common sense will tell us kung ano bang nominal sa insignificant. Pag medyo sumobre dun sa common understanding, then ang court na magde-decide nun kung may nag-file.
Okay, Pia?
Sir, yung comment nyo lang dun sa Verifiles report that
Saan?
may report sir ang Verifiles that President Duterte himself received gifts in multi-million pesos. Yung dun sa report niya, report ng Verifiles, it said that on his 69th birthday, 7 deposits totaling over 193 million were credited to the joint account of President Duterte and daughter Sara Duterte in BPI in Ortigas. Your comment on
Is that
that?
true?
sir?
Oh, does she have any evidence to that effect? Ang dami nang nagsabi na si Presidente, ang dami. Hindi ba, ilang daang milyon meron siya, pero hindi naman totoo.
So the palace is denying that the president have these
Sabi nga,
deposits.
one who alleges must prove. If you cannot prove, huwag ka na lang magsalita kasi naninira ka lang.
Si President Duterte, sir, what is his policy on receiving gifts? Nominal din
Ang
po
alam
ba?
ko, pag mayroong nagre-regalo sa kanya, pinapadiretso niya sa Office of the President. In other words, it will be the government of the Philippines that will receive the gift. Hindi siya. Hindi personal. Hindi siya tumatanggap ng personal.
Doesn't receive gifts personally. Okay, thank you, sir.
Last question, Joseph.
Kasi I know that because one time, merong nagre-regalo sa kanya ng painting niya eh. Tapos humingi ng courtesy call na ipipresent. And during that presentation, sabi niya, I cannot accept that. You have to donate that to the government of the Philippines.
Joseph.
Sir, ano lang, may schedule na si PRD tomorrow, di ba po, sa Palasyo. Pero meron siyang, last week medyo hindi siya nakita in public.
Hindi ko pa nakita yung schedule niya. Pero parang mayroon na yata kay Yusik May, parang may nakita. Hindi ko pa binabasa.
Okay, yun. So yung, ano lang sir, explanation lang bakit last week hindi siya masyadong visible.
O hindi ba? Ang sabi niya, marami siyang trabaho sa mga papeles, binabasa niya isa-isa. At hindi siya makapirma nang hindi niya thoroughly reading all these papers. At the same time, meron siya mga private meetings, courtesy calls.
Wala naman tayong ipapag-alala, sir.
Wala. In fact, he shared to me yesterday, sabi niya, alam mo ba na I went out sa motorsiklo, nagmotorsiklo daw siya. Sa subdivision niya. Hindi ko na alam kung kahapon yun o the day before. Basta
The past few days.
kinikwento niya sa akin. Pagkatapos, sabi niya, lumabas siya. Pagkatapos parang ginanahan siya magmotor. Lumabas siya ng subdivision. O, di na taranta PSG. Pero after a while daw, nakita niya na. Yun, kinikwento niya. Marami sa akin na kumuha ng picture, sabi niya, yung mga nakakita sa akin nagmumotor. Sabi ko, apparently mo, hindi pa nakakuha ng media yan. Wala akong nabasa o narinig.
You know what millennials say, sir?
Ano na?
About things?
Ano na?
You know what millennials say about certain things?
About what?
Pictures or it did not happen, sir. Can you provide us with the photo?
Eh siguro yung mga kumuha ng photo hindi inilabas sa sa internet. Kasi siguro
Sa
kapitbahay,
dami?
mga kapitbahay.
Pero kailan niya, sir?
Hindi ko na alam kung kailan nangyari yan. Basta kahapon binida niya sa akin.
Malamang weekend. Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you MPC. Thank you Secretary Panelo.
It only shows na kung nakakamotor siya, in good health. Yun lang ang ibig sabihin nun.
Okay, thank you Secretary Panelo.
Thank you.
Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.